area. No need to put your name on it because the first thing we have to do is to cut out this. Now, you are going to cut out the perimeter. Do not cut out these tabs. They're attached. So all of this attached all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. Do not cut this. Okay?
Wait, so aren't we just going to cut out the middle? Or like all of it?
That's why I said we don't need to put our name on it because we're going to cut it out.
Oh, wait.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is your end product. Now, we will be gluing this in your notebook flat. Okay? So, you will build it right now, and then when we go into our notebook, it is glued flat, but there is a way to still keep it where you can actually fold it up in your notebook. But we will be gluing it flat. So flat, but we will fold it so it does become a rectangular prism. But our end, at the end of the day, we're going to be gluing it flat. So you're not going to glue it into an actual rectangular prism. We are gluing it flat. But we are going to construct it. You see, you have in your hands a rectangular prism. It's basically a 3D rectangle. It's like a box, right? Amazon box, cereal box, a rectangular prism. Just like so. Rectangular prism. Hold it up. You have here a rectangular prism. You fold everything in.
Yeah, you fold everything.
You all fold everything in the same direction.
It keeps deconstructing.
So I folded everything like up or in, like so. How are we going to glue it? We're going to glue it flat. So you fold along each of the lines, and then for 2 seconds, it becomes a rectangular prism, like so. You're basically constructing like a box, like an Amazon box, a cereal box, whatnot.
Out of a cereal box.
Totally not. Okay. So how are we gonna glue this? How are we gonna glue this? How are we gonna glue this?
By gluing it in.
What did I say?
Flat.
So should you be gluing it to make it into a box? No.
Oh my god.
Yay. How are we gonna glue this? We're going to glue it flat. Look how mine is in my notebook from last year. It's gonna be flat in your notebook. But I like what
Oh, I have it. I got it.
Aleda said, the A for Amazon. Alright,
Area. It says area.
okay.
Aerial.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I need it flat. I need it facing this way. So everybody just have it like this, please.
Do we do the extra way?
Later I'll go around. Not right now. Thank you for following directions.
It was like right there.
The point is following directions.
Do you still need the iPad?
Oh my gosh. Alright.
How do you play this? I don't know how to do it.
Same bench.
Alright. Here's what I need you to do. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, flip it this way, flip it this way, flip it this way. Flip it this way.
Is somebody gonna teach me how to do it?
Okay. I need you to write the word front here. Not that big, not that small. Literally like I'm doing it. Skip this one. This one's back. and the bottom one is top. Literally, please write as I'm writing. This top one, make sure that the two sides are at the bottom. So front, blank, back, top. Dylan, right now. And then this one's gonna be left, and this one's gonna be right. Front, blank, back, top, left, right. In that order.
Sound like a game code.
Okay. So, if we were going to do this again, if we were going to do it again, I would have like my front side, and then it would be my back side, my top. Oh, I guess this one would be called bottom, right? Because if it's
How you working?
top, front, top, the front side, top side, front side, back side, right? Front. So this would be the bottom. This is bottom then. Front, bottom, back, top. Okay?
Bottom.
Alright, so what I need in my notebook, I need a nice clean sheet. I need a nice clean sheet in my notebook. Okay?
Could it be any?
Well, I mean your next clean sheet. No writing on it. So you're going to tell your parents to get you a new notebook. Even Amazon has delivered one.
That's like something like FedEx.
Alright, now you got to figure out. You're going to be writing notes.
Do you follow the rules of the
Okay, today's date is 4/10/22. No, you're not going to sit here. You have to figure it out. You have to write this down.
No, not 22, 23.
Can't go back in time. Yep. Surface area. You're not going to sit here and not do this. So figure it out. You're going to have to write this down. Okay. The first one is called a rectangular prism. Basically, it is a 3D shape. Prisms are 3D. Rectangular prism, so basically it's in the word rectangle, rectangular prism. So looking at the cutout we just did, how many sides does a rectangular prism have? 6 sides. So do we see the 6 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has 6 sides. They can differ. A rectangular prism is mostly made out of rectangles, 2 squares. What do you call a rectangular prism that's made of all squares?
cube?
Yes, a cube. No, a cube. All right,
Well, it's like quadrant.
it's a cube. Okay, here's what I want you to do.
Go.
You are only going to put glue on the back of the bottom. So in this bottom, you're only going to put glue on the back. Okay? So if I take my glue stick, you will share the glue sticks. Each table should have 1 glue stick. Not each person has a glue stick, but each table has 1 glue stick. Each table has 1 glue stick. Bottom, you and your partner share a glue stick. Okay, I'm just going to put glue on this rectangle only where it says bottom. That's it. There's only glue on here. Then I'm going to place it there, not right in the middle because I'm going to do some writing over here. All right, so then I could still fold this up to have a visual if I need to. I still have my rectangular prism that I can fold up temporarily So if I only put glue on the bottom, I can still fold up my front, my back, and I can still create a rectangular prism. I can still create it, just like so. Right? But in 7th grade, we need to actually do the math. So that's why it's flat, because we got to do the math. So the only part that's glued down is the bottom part, and that's it. All right. If it doesn't fit properly, you can always fold up the left and the right to make it like a nice skinny rectangular prism that will fit into your notebook. And then once you're on there reviewing your notes for your homework, you can always unfold it. Yes. Yeah. All right, we're good? Put the cap back onto the glue stick. All right.
Working out 2 hours.
Here we go.
Oh, Fortnite, what do you mean?
No, like, drunk.
Okay. Go to your top and label this 10 centimeters and 5 centimeters. So the bottom part, Aiden, is 10 centimeters, and then this part is 5 centimeters that we're labeling now. 10 centimeters and 5 centimeters. 10 and 5. And then up here, this one is actually going to be 7 centimeters.
Aren't they all the same?
I will not make them the same, so it's a little bit more challenging.
Wait, no. Fortnite working on this.
10, 5, and 7. It could be the same. This could be a square, but for the purposes of doing a harder problem, I'm going to make it 7. All right. So, for surface area, we're going to solve for the area. So, surface area is like wrapping paper. How much wrapping paper do I need for this box? So, you're going to find the area of each side. There's 6 sides, so I need 6 areas. Let's find the area of the top. So what is the area of the top?
10 times 5.
Yep.
Centimeters.
So the area is length times width, which is why we did it in our do now. So my length is 10, my width is 5. What is 10 times 5? 50. So the area of my top section will be 50. Okay. What do you think my top matches to? No.
50%. The whole thing.
What's the opposite of top?
Bottom. Down.
So your bottom will also be 50.
Oh, 50.
10 centimeters and 5. So this would also be an area of 50. Why? Because think about it. If the top is 50, then the bottom is 50. They're exactly the same, right? You have a perfect box. So we're going to write that down. The bottom is 50 centimeters squared, I guess. All right. Now, let's do the back. What's my area for the back?
7.
Yes. It's because this is 7. I purposely made this different. Some of your problems will have the same number, 5 here, but I wanted it to be different. But what is this measurement here? This is 10. These two match. So if this is 10, this is 10. The hardest part of this problem is, well, what is this number? Oh, it's 10 because it matches this bottom one. So this would be 10 times 7, and 10 times 7 is 70. So the back is 70 centimeters squared. So all we're doing is finding area of each of the sides. How do I find area? Length times width. Okay, so if the back is 70,
The front is 70. Because it's the opposite of what the back is.
so the front is also 70 centimeters. I mean, if you think of a box here, so Choa, let me borrow this box for a second. Do you see how, let's call this the front side. So what's the same as this front side? the back, right? Is the bottom the same thing as this?
Yes, no.
No, right?
No, they're not all the same.
If there was a lid, the lid would be the same as the bottom. Is this side what is this? The right side for you or left? Left.
Right.
This is your left, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If this left side, the same as this front side?
No.
No, right?
Nah.
So they all have different measurements, right? Perfect example.
Left and right are the same. The front is right.
Yes. That will cut down on your math if you understand that the top and the bottom are the same, the left and the right are the same. That will cut down on your math tremendously. All right.
Isn't the left and the right just 5 centimeters or 5 centimeters?
No.
Because it's 5 centimeters on one side, right? But they're squares.
They're not. All right. So, Dylan, what is the measurement of this side? All right, fold it up.
Oh, 25.
Do you even see a 25 in there?
No, you said 5.
What is this measurement of this line?
Oh, 5.
Oh, where's that?
Fold it up.
7.
That's like 2.5.
Fold it.
So
What is it? So fold it like you're going to make a rectangle. So if I fold this, if I start to fold this orange line, what does it line up to?
7. It's 7.
Oh.
Do you see how this orange line lines up to the 7? And remember at the beginning I told Kevin, like, I'm going to purposely not make it a square so the math would be harder. Here is where it comes into play.
Oh.
Sometimes it is a square, but I'm going to purposely not make it a square. Kind of like this. Does this side match this side?
Yeah.
This is the same size?
No.
No, right? It looks like it. So is this really 5? No, it's actually 7. So here, if we fold it up, the orange line is actually on the 7. So,
What would the other side be with 5?
so this is 5. It's right there, right? So it's not 5 times 5. It's what?
7 times 5.
7 times 5 equals 35.
35 centimeters.
The area equals 35 centimeters squared.
So the right side, is 35 centimeters squared. So what would the left side be?
35 centimeters squared.
Do we have all 6 sides now?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the hardest part of this is making sure I'm using the right numbers, the right combinations. So the length and the width, You learned about area of a rectangle in like 4th grade maybe. So now we're going to use it in 7th grade to find surface area. Surface area is how much wrapping paper do I need in total. So how much paper is all of this in total? Well, that's it, total. So that means I have to add all this up. 50 plus 50, 70 plus 70,
140.
And then 70. 700.
310.
310.
Yeah, 310.
So abbreviation of surface area is S.A. Surface area is equal to, what is our grand total?
310 centimeters squared.
310 centimeters squared. So what did I do? I found the area of each of our sides, and then I added them all up. It's not hard work, it's just a lot of work. And it's our first example, so we go slow. It seems like it's like, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. We'll speed it up, right? This is our first example. We go pretty slow. Make sure we understand everything. I forgot to write. Front was 7 times 10. Okay, so the front and the back, front or the back are the same. The bottom and the top are the same. The left and the right are the same. Does that make sense? And sometimes it's a square. Are we okay? All right. So let's do another problem. This one will be in our packet. Ooh, I don't like this at all.
So we close the notebook.
As long as you memorize all this. You see, tomorrow we were supposed to cut out the triangular prism from your packet, but I don't think I'm going to use it. Because it cuts into the actual good parts of your notes. Alright, well that sucks. Alright, here we go. Okay. So here is our rectangular prism. This is how you're going to see it on a test. They draw it for you. Sometimes call it like a donut box, ladies. Okay, so it breaks it down. How many sides does it have? 6. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your 6. Area of the front. What are...
No.
I need the area of the front side. What are the 2 measurements of the front side?
10 and 4.
So what are the 2 measurements?
10 and 4.
10. That's my length. And then what's my height, or what's my width? 4. So area is equal to 10 times 4. Write that down. Don't just write 40. Because when you go back to these and you're like, how did she get 40? I don't get it. Oh, that's right. She wrote 10 times 4. So 10 times 4 is 40 meters squared. Okay. If the front is 40,
Then the back
what is the back?
40.
40 centimeters.
We can just write
meters.
40 meters squared. So these are exactly the same. The front and the back are exactly the same. So the front side, does everybody see the front side? Gotta be visual about this. The 10 and the 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the left side. I'm going to draw it into orange. Here is my left side right here. Everybody see my left side of my box? Okay. What are my 2 measurements of the left side?
5 and 4. 5 and 4.
Yeah, because what does this measure? The same thing as that one, right? You have to be...
1.
So area is 5 times 4. Write it down. Go back to it if you don't understand where I got the 4 from. And go like, oh, that line and that line are the same lines. So, they have to be the same. 5 times 4?
20.
20 meters squared. Okay, so if my left side is 20, then that means my right side is
20.
okay, bottom.
10 times 5.
Here's my bottom for the visual learners right there. Bottom part. So what are my 2 numbers? 10 and 5, which is equal to 50 meters squared. So that's my bottom. So what does that mean? If you understand that relationship, you cut your work in half, right? You're like, I already have my answer. Boom, just write it down. I already showed my work. I'm good. Okay, don't mess it up at the end. Add all your numbers up. Add 6 numbers up. 40, 40, 20, 20, 50, 50, in any order.
Just add the 20 and 20 and make it 3 40s.
Can't we just, yeah, can't
And
we
then add the...
However you want to do it, do it.
220 meters squared.
If you need to go on the side and add, that's cool. You got to practice adding. Add all the sides. Yeah, so my total SA, stands for surface area, is 320 meters squared.
300.
I know. Sorry. 240? 8. 200. 100.
It's 220.
8. 220 meters squared. 220. 220 meters squared. Are we okay? Do we realize, like, okay, it's not, the math is not hard. The hardest part is getting the right numbers. If you play a lot of video games, it's a lot easier, actually, because you can visualize, like, turning the box, figuring out the left, the top, the right, whatnot. Okay, we're going to do example 2. But before we start example 2, can you Please put back the scissors, the glue stick in the containers.
Wait, do I put these in here too? The haircut ones?
All right.
Only two toes away.
And then I'm going to come around with the trash can, have it ready.
Bro, that was the worst time telling me that.
Okay, start example 2. Scissors off the floor, please.
What the hell?
Every scrap, please. Okay, gentlemen, example 2,
Oh yeah,
please.
this is mine.
It was chewy.
Come on, let's pick it up. Mia, let's pick it up, or whoever. Trash is off the floor. Start number 2. Start example 2, please. Every piece counts. It's going to be a great day. Example 2, please. Look at your notes.
Oh wait. Oh now, okay.
Yeah.
First I saw that. And 6 times.
No. 4. Because the 4 is the one that's going
Here.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
6
wait,
times.
hold on.
Here's the left side.
3.
Full
That's
time 3. Full time 3.
3.
Trace it. Front side. Trace this. Here's your front side. So what is this measure? 6. And what is this line going up? 4. Feel free to trace it. And feel free to go like, wait a minute. Which direction does this line go? Up and down? Hey, that means it's the 4.
Centimeters.
Yep.
So 24 centimeters squared for the front and back.
56
Left
plus
side.
24
Or 3.
80 plus 36 is 116.
And that's the left side. Right side.
4 times 3.
All right. Left side is 4 times 3.
12 centimeters squared.
12 centimeters squared. Bottom is
6 times 3.
6 times 3.
Centimeters squared.
Total is 108 centimeters.
108.
Yeah.
All right. So, is the math hard? No. The hardest part is just making sure that you're using the numbers correctly. Basically, they all have to team up. So, the 6 and 4, I used it. Now it's the 4 and 3. And what combo haven't I used? Oh, I haven't used 6 and 3. So, everyone has to be paired up to each other. So,
And this one was different from the first one because there's 2 numbers on one side. But still.
so I have a couple suggestions for you.
Just look at the crack.
One
What's crack?
One would be use different colors to kind of trace and see, and then plug in your numbers, like repeat the numbers. If this is 4, that means this is 4, and this is 4, and this is 4. The 3 goes that way. So this is 3 going back, so this is 3 going back. And this is 3, and that's 3. This is 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay? I'm really relying on your ability to know that in a rectangle, if this is 4, then this is 4. If this is 6, then this is 6. Like we're going way back to like elementary.
Pre-COVID. Going back pre-COVID.
Yeah.
No, COVID was 5th grade.
That's why that's elementary.
So
And half of 4.
look at, okay, this is a rectangle all by itself, right? So 3 and the top is 3. 4 in the back, so the front is 4. So it's a lot of visual perspective that's developed over time. As you get older, your visualization of this is better. All right. I would like you to do 3 problems, just 3 for today. I want you to do number 1, 2, and 3. Where should we show our work? Notebook. All right.
I'm good at the back.
Number 1, Aiden. Here it is. This is number 1. I'm going to show my work in my notebook because there's no way I can show it anywhere else. Here's what I would do. Top, bottom, front, back, left, right. Right? Top, bottom, front, back, left, right. So I need all of these 6 numbers, right? So let's do the math. Front, back, no, I'm sorry, top, bottom, front, back, left, right. Okay, so here is my my rectangle. If you're a visual person, here you can trace the front. This is the front. What are my 2 numbers for the front? So you write that down in here in your notes, in your notebook. 13 times 3. Now, can I use 13 and 3 in any of the other combinations? The front, the back, left, and right? No. It's only for the top. Okay, so what's 13 times 3?
39 centimeters.
So this is equal to 39. So if the top is, the front, oh, shoot. I did it wrong. Where was I supposed to write this?
The top.
That's the front. My bad. Right?
No.
Yeah, look.
It is the front.
Yeah, it is.
Oops. Oops.
It goes front.
My bad. Look, there we go. No. We're going to get the same answer even if we put it in the wrong spot. Yeah, but it's fine. So we'll call this the back. My bad. 39. Okay. Let's do the top last. Okay, let's do the left. So trace the left. If you need to, trace the left. Here's my left right here.
9 times 3.
Yeah, what is this number right here?
3.
3. Right? It's the same thing as this side. So this is 3. So the left is 3 times 9, which is equal to 27. So this is equal to 27. Now, why do you think I left the top to the end?
9 times 30.
Because the one that has no numbers on it to start with. No numbers to start with. So your eyes have to do the work. So this part. Okay, what is this part that I'm tracing? What number is this?
Oh, that's.
Oh, bad.
So that's 9.
That's 13 times 9.
And this is
13
13.
times 9.
13 times 9.
117.
117. So 117.
No, 176.
So add them up. 117 plus 117, or 117 times 2
Is 234.
I had 366.
234, and then 39 plus 39, 78, and then 27 plus 27, 54. So the 3 numbers I got was 234, 78, 54. Do it on your own. And then add them all up.
Oh, yeah, 3.
8 gives you 16, carry the 1. 5, 7 is 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. That's what I got. Did you guys get that?
366.
366 inches squared.
Yeah, 366.
It's a lot of work, but not like, oh my gosh, this is terribly difficult.
No, it's fine.